morning, video games. Welcome to Filthy Casuals, a podcast about video games, hosted by three very kind and extremely knowledgeable boys. Thank you for joining us. My name is Tommy Dasilo, and with me, as always...
Ben Vanel here, Tommy. My New Year's resolution is to survive the apocalypse.
Yeah, good luck, Chief.
Yeah, it feels... less and less. Starting to feel like I've already stopped my gym membership. I've stopped, I've just
Pizza
fallen
for
off.
dinner.
Pizza for dinner.
It feels like every year people say they're going to survive the apocalypse, but then, every week you see fewer and fewer people at the Warlord tribunals.
It's a fucked day here in Melbourne, Australia. With us, obviously, as well, the third host of Filthy Casuals.
Me, Adam Knox, looking at I'm sick at the moment, which helps.
Yeah.
The feeling of impending fucking doom.
Yeah.
Well, let's very
Doom
quickly...
Eternal, March 2020. Here's our preview episode.
That whole intro was a build-up.
You might be able to hear some thunder and shit on the mic.
Yeah.
I don't know if it'll come through, but it is a hectic time out there.
Well, yeah, thank you to all of our international listeners, because this is our first episode that we're recording back after a 3-week break of recording. We've still been putting eps out, but we haven't done an ep for a little while, so thank you to everyone from overseas who listens to this, who sent messages to just kind of see how we were going and check that, us and our families and friends were safe, because it is pretty catastrophic stuff down here at the moment, folks.
People who reached out wanting to know about donations too, really appreciate it.
Yes, yeah.
Wildlife Victoria, or go to Zoos Victoria and have a look at their donation stuff for wildlife things, and the CFA is the Country Fire Authority.
Yes, yeah.
So the last 2 days in Melbourne, we've had an air quality warning of hazardous, and we've all been told to not go outside or wear an air mask if you are going outside.
Yeah, so for comparison, some people might know, I think we were twice as polluted as Mumbai.
So my dad happens to be, his job is and was to be like a smoke alarm engineer, basically.
Right.
So he has a machine at his house that measures air quality.
Yeah,
he happens to have one of those.
Yeah.
It's normally at about a 0.2.
Okay.
That's what you generally get. I saw the other day 350.
Fucking hell. Yeah.
So it's fucking and we've got the better end of the deal. We're not actually where the bushfires have impacted houses and bullshit, but not bullshit. No, it's just a word I say. I really have to be careful in the apocalypse that my Generation X vocabulary that I've somehow picked up doesn't get me into trouble.
Yeah, half a billion.
Dude, I respect you, dude. You've got the most skulls. I respect that, dude.
But yeah, this is our air in Melbourne at the moment is all fucked up from its residual stuff from the bushfires. It's kind of wafted its way over to the city.
The smoke has travelled the entirety of the globe from this.
Yeah, right.
These bushfires.
The temperature dropped in South America as the smoke was going over through their ecosystem.
Yeah, we fucked up New Zealand, I think. Yeah. There was a suburb of Melbourne yesterday that was the second worst air quality in the entire world.
I think it got to the worst.
Did it really?
Yeah.
That was
right.
the southeast, I think, which is where my parents are.
Yes.
So
I know Box Hill was because they
Right.
have a measuring station out there, was the worst in the world, I think.
At least it's under a box. At least you get to... If you can't have a little bit of humour at the end of the world...
Who's this suburb Box Hill? What are you, under a box or are you on a hill over here? Who's this...
Whoa, how fucking big is that box, huh? There's a whole fucking hill under it. Where's the train station in the fucking... Another box? It's mainly going to be box shit that I'm going to do for you guys.
I was imagining a Jersey guy the other day going to see Lady and the Tramp and just yelling at the screen when are they going to get to the fucking spaghetti?
Hey, be careful, you're eating the same spaghetti. That's going to cause an argument later.
Who's just going to kiss? That's going to be awkward.
Bro, I think these dogs is going to fuck.
But today we had very poor air quality as well, and then about half an hour before Ben and Adam got to my house, the heavens opened up, and now it is pissing with rain and lightning and thunder in the middle of summer. So it's fucking good shit down here at the moment.
And it's
it
rain
really is great.
caused by that smoke, and thunder and lightning caused by that smoke.
Yes.
It's really weird and
The
kind of
colour
scary.
of the sun in the morning at about 8 a.m. was blood red.
Yeah.
Really disturbing.
Do you know what
times.
was one really cool thing about it, though? I tweeted about this, but there was a guy I went to uni with who was like super dumb. And he...
I love that this got to run in the group chat first.
Yeah. I sent it to heaps of people. I thought it was so good.
That's the Knox hierarchy. Group chat up the top, and then tweet, and then this podcast right down the bottom.
It was an Instagram story he took of the sun behind the clouds, and so the sun looks, dimmer than normal because it's behind a whole bunch of smoke, and it was sort of red. And up the top of the photo it says nobody, then down the bottom it says Jupiter, he fucking thought the sun was Jupiter.
Incredible.
And it's
amazing stuff.
Sick. And I know some people might go, maybe he was joking. He wasn't.
No,
I know this guy. He never has he thought Jupiter was here.
But does he think that you can just see Jupiter every day, or did he think that this was a climate change thing that has pulled Jupiter closer to the Earth?
I'd love to get to the bottom of that question.
Speaking of planets, another apocalyptic thing. Apparently, Betelgeuse, the star.
Oh yeah, that's blowing up.
It might go supernova, which it will look like that photo. It'll look as big as the sun or something.
And it would have already, right? How far away is Betelgeuse?
700 light years.
So 700 years ago, I guess.
Yeah,
it would have blown up.
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
So it's always frustrating that you can't find out what they're up to now.
Oh, well,
it's like being bound to letters again.
I was going to say, look through a telescope, but no, light, it's the speed of light.
Yeah. I know, there's no way to actually get to see current day Betelgeuse.
Yes. Yeah.
Well,
stuck
folks,
in the 80s.
They need a
The world is coming to an end, and here in Australia, we're on the front lines. And, we're here to let you know if you feel guilty about wasting your time on a pursuit as trivial as video games.
And as harmful to the environment.
Yes.
The amount of electricity it takes to make and play video games. Yeah.
So
Hachi-machi.
We're here in 2020 to let you know you don't need to stress anymore, because we're fucked either way.
Yeah.
Right,
It's all ending,
we're past
so just...
the point of no return.
Dude, this is full of Rome orgy time.
Exactly.
This is when we get to walk around and knock shit over and everyone's like, who cares?
That's one of the worst things about the apocalypse here. The real one is that it's like you can't even go outside because you can't breathe.
And we're like canary in the coal mine shit, it feels like.
Literally.
So the rest of the world's not going to get behind the orgy until later. So it's going to be just a bunch of Australians at the orgy, which, to be fair, we're one of the hotter countries.
Totally, yeah. But you need to go outside in order to get to the orgy in the first place. I'd like to walk to the orgy. I don't want to. I
want to be choking on dick, not on the air.
We're like,
oh, that was puppies.
Oh, what's this? A fucking orgy?
Oh, what the fuck?
I don't know who's coming or coming. We're like Mad Max, but if the rest of the world did not have the apocalypse yet.
Sure.
Yeah.
It's just like, Mad Max is now, but everyone else is fine.
Hell yeah. Who cares, man? It's, our lives were going to end at some point anyway.
That's true.
Let's just see him. If anything, and I've said this before, I feel like, and I maintain this.
Yes.
I wanted my life to take place at the end of the world.
Yeah.
Because then I don't miss out on the ending.
Yeah, I think I agree with that. Yeah.
So, sorry everyone, but this was my wish.
Yeah, I mean, if you were like 95 years old or whatever, and you could tell that you were like very close to being on the way out, you'd be like, damn it, I'm so close to seeing the full on end. What a shame.
I'm going to be a warlord. If anyone wants to donate to my warlord Patreon, you get a skull every month. That's all I think about with warlords is just skulls. Skulls become the currency.
You sound like you're into it. You sound like you're really, really into it.
Well, you don't like skulls? Get out of my war band.
I like having one.
I like having multiple.
Okay, I guess that's fair. You're like Polly for skulls.
Yeah, exactly.
I can't even say I like my own. I'd like to collect other people's ones just to get a bit of a look at, how the other half are living,
Yeah, you can do that in my reign.
I'd like a less round one, if I could.
We'll find you a square-jawed motherfucker.
A square-jawed,
You have to kill him to be initiated into the war gang.
And then I get his bones put into my head. I get my skull replaced with his.
Yeah. Whoever has won the most fights has just a really long square jaw going out for miles because they've had to attach every jaw to theirs. Takes them ages to say anything because they have to open this enormous fucking
takes
maw.
like half an hour to lower for one syllable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I sleep in one. He carries me around in his mouth like a pelican.
Well, we've got a bit of news to catch up on from the last 3 weeks. Where shall we begin? Well, probably with the biggest and most exciting reveal that happened in the last 3 weeks. A lot of people desperate to get our opinion on this.
Yes.
Sony revealed the logo for the PlayStation 5.
Oh, wow. Should
Unprecedented stuff.
Like whole episode on this? Really breaking it down? I think there's a lot to analyze in this.
Yeah.
I thought it was unfair how people were treating it like it was lazy. Because it's like, what the fuck do you expect?
I saw one specific thing that was like the designer making the PS5 logo.
The backspace and the
like,
Press 5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not... That would have taken months of development in, like back and forth and people. And like they would have tried all these different ones and gone, no.
Totally.
Let's stick with this one. We know it looks good.
There was a point where it wasn't called the PlayStation 5. They were like, what if we call it PlayStation tomorrow or whatever? And all these dumb names. And they settled back on 5 because they figured it out and thought about it. But they'd have gone through the process. They'd have done some work.
I kind of read it more as people not being so harsh on the logo, but more like the whole thing of going, here's the logo.
Right.
And it's like, yeah, of course that's what it looks like.
But it's not even like they did a big reveal. They were just like, 2020's here, baby.
Yeah, they tweeted out the logo, basically.
Yeah, it was like an Instagram post.
I feel like it was almost done with a tiny bit of irony as well.
Maybe.
Like they knew that it's not, groundbreaking.
But whatever. It's the same as the 4.
It's not bad.
No.
I think it's fine.
Yeah.
It's called the PS5. Everyone can understand that.
Yep.
Want to move on.
I love it how they've put that out and then a week later they've gone, by the way, also we're not going to be at E3. Why show up now that we've put the logo out on Twitter? What would we possibly be revealing there? We'd be wasting our time and your time.
Looks like.
Yeah. So
they
that was...
backspace that 3 and change it to a 4. We'll show up to E4, which I believe is a channel in the UK.
Yes, correct.
Thanks.
So they announced that today that they're not going to be at E3 again.
Again, not a surprise, I reckon.
I would have thought maybe given that they'll be not far off from launching a new console, I thought that may have been cause to show up.
That last year that they were there, which was like 2017?
I think so, yeah. They've only skipped one, right?
Yeah, I think so. Because there was that year where they had... Yeah,
2018 was when they had 4 games.
They had Spider-Man...
Yeah.
Wait, so 2018 would have been the last one because they had Spider-Man, Last of Us, Ghost of Tsushima, and like one other game I can't remember. Maybe Avengers? No, because it was Spider-Man. God of War? No, that would have been out by then.
Some game.
Whatever it was, they just showed those ones. It was fucking boring.
Yes.
And it makes sense for them not to be... They don't need to be there. They didn't go last year and no one gave a shit.
Yeah.
E3, like, there's reports of... And we saw, like, that really good article about the ESA... Whatever the company is that runs E3, Sony doesn't get along with them, so why fucking show up to their thing?
Totally.
Yeah.
You know, if you don't like someone, don't go to their party.
They don't need the platform either.
Nah.
It's like it's almost this like web 1.5 thing of like we can go there and do some stuff and it'll get picked up by news outlets and that's good. In 2003.
Yeah.
But now it's like we'll just do the whole show ourselves online and stream it, and we get more benefit out of that because we're in control.
Totally.
Yeah.
I would not like for E3 as the time span to no longer exist. I like the quick burst of stuff that you get.
Yeah,
but the physical location and the particulars of how they do their presentations, it doesn't need to be in a fucking auditorium.
It should move around like the Olympics.
That'd be cool. Yeah.
Put in a bid.
Yeah.
Cities put in a bid for it every year. That would be great.
Yeah.
Yeah, why not?
Do it.
Yeah.
Or just hold the whole, the Nintendo Directs are good.
Yes.
The Sony has started getting into doing their version of them, which haven't been as interesting.
Yeah, the state of plays. Yeah.
But if they had one of those fucking things where PS5 is the focus.
I mean, it's not been the right time for them to be doing them and have them be interesting. Like,
no, sure.
Yeah.
It'll kick off with this new console and these new, games and launches and stuff.
Yeah. It is interesting to see what a console launch and the lead up to a console launch and the rollout looks like without a heavy presence at E3 to kind of kick that off.
Yeah.
Like it's interesting. It'll be interesting to see how they maneuver that. Do they do it? Nintendo don't do their press conference at E3, but they still do time their direct to be during E3.
Yes.
So do they do something? Do Sony end up doing something like that? Or do they still just like skip the whole week entirely?
Yeah, because I don't know, it's a tough, weird balancing act of like, if you're left out of the news cycle completely, does that hurt you more than having it all to yourself like 2 weeks beforehand or later?
Yeah. Because then what do they do to give journo? Because you have to presume if they were going to be at E3 this year, that's they would have had the PS5 on the floor for journalists to play.
Yes.
So then what's the alternative? They have to put on their own event. You know, where do they do that? How do they do it? You know, like...
And it's not like most major outlets or whatever aren't going to try and get someone to a physical location. If Sony decides to go, hey, come to fucking wherever and try out the PS5, people aren't going to go like, nah.
Yeah.
It'll be fine.
I just went to E3. I'm all gamed out at the moment.
Yeah.
I can't really be bothered.
Surely they just do them at like their little offices around the world.
Maybe.
I kind of think they'd put on their own event. I can see it being a thing where, you know, that like the hands-on thing we went to for the Switch beforehand? Thing like that. Key cities around the world.
Yeah.
Sort of all happening roughly the same time. I can see it being a deal like that.
And the other option is just this slow kind of transparent rollout like Microsoft where they're like, yeah, here it is. And then they go like, oh yeah, everything's going to be backwards compatible with the Xbox One for like a year or two. They said that the other day, which is really cool, I guess, to be like, there won't be any exclusives for the Series X for at least a year, maybe two.
Yeah.
Which is fucking nuts.
Does that not make it pointless to buy?
Kind of, but it depends if they hit the right...
if you don't have an Xbox One X
or a PC.
Yeah.
And if it hits the right price point where it's a PC substitute and you can get Game Pass included with all this stuff.
Yeah.
They did that weird subscription model for Xbox Ones for a while. Do you remember that?
Oh, yes. Yeah.
I'd be interested to see if they expand that and go like, hey, $30 a month, you get your Xbox, your Game Pass, everything.
Yeah.
Because then that's a fucking crazy good value type thing. And
That's true.
The way people, you know, young people especially, are so fucking up for doing Afterpay and everything.
Yeah.
And phone plans and whatever. So.
Yeah, getting an Xbox on lease.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and they've just been sort of pretty openly going like, why do you want to know the specs yet? We don't even know them definitely, but we'll show you them at some point.
Yeah.
So
we're not going to not show you them. Oh my God.
You guys, why do you want to see them so much? Just specs.
Send nudes.
No.
Well, it's
Microsoft will reveal the new Xbox specs on onlyfans.com/
on my premium Snapchat. I guess we get to compare a console launch that doesn't include E3 and one that does.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, because presumably Microsoft will still have their big...
Yeah.
And why not? Because they have their own theater, for one thing, that they fucking invested in. And then they've got free reign to take the focus.
Yeah,
presumably.
totally.
So, yeah, it'll be cool. And again, you have to imagine they're both launching around the same time, surely.
Yeah.
Yeah, neither of them are dated yet, are they?
No, but
holiday?
I think they've both gone like 2020.
Yeah.
Q4,
sure.
baby.
Yeah.
That's all we know.
Maybe Microsoft comes out of the gate early. I don't know how early, but yeah, it's interesting.
Who's going to announce the date first? I'm going to say Microsoft announce the date.
Yeah,
and I reckon it'll be weirdly early. It'll be like September.
Right.
Yeah, right.
Which isn't weirdly early, but that's relatively early.
Yeah. We did this in an ep a little while ago where we were placing bets on.
Oh, that's
we all went through and we picked a date.
Yeah.
So
maybe I said something completely different last time.
Hold us to account on that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Someone look up what they were, because I've forgotten about even doing that.
Someone will remember. Someone will remember without even having to go back.
Oh, yeah.
I'm guaranteeing it.
Wish I had that kind of memory.
Tweeted Adam about it.
If you want it to be ignored for the most part. I'm going to unplug from social media for a bit, I reckon.
Okay.
I don't know what I'm going to do.
Well, when all the power goes out,
yeah,
we'll be forced to.
So yeah, the like little bits and pieces of news trickling out. Again, the E3 thing, that E3 will be gone soon.
Surely.
Yeah.
Right? Or massively like overtaken by someone else and hugely changed.
Yeah.
Which would be equally welcome. What else was there?
There was a story today as we're recording this that the Final Fantasy VII remake has been delayed by a month?
A month and like 5 weeks.
Right.
Which seems odd.
Uncommon amount of time to see a delay.
Yeah. And they like, I was like, oh, is this like for marketing, you know, something like that, like just to give them more time to launch it. But they're like, no, we're putting like some final polishing touches on the game.
I wonder if it's a financial year thing. Maybe.
That
March
does push it into the next quarter, yeah.
Well, I was reading a thing just before about the date that it's been delayed to in Australia is Good Friday.
Oh, yes.
Which means that, like, so for international listeners, all the shops are closed. So if you want to go buy it physically, you're shit out of luck if you live in this country.
Yeah. I guess you just have to go one day later.
Shop Saturday.
Yep.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's not much to say about it. It's only a month. Like
Avengers got put back too till
Yes.
September.
Yeah.
Which that game continues to look like it's shit.
Yep.
To me.
Yep. And I maintain that it'll be successful because people like Marvel still.
Maybe, yeah. But it's coming like towards the launch of new consoles and won't be on the new consoles initially.
Yeah.
That we know of so far. Maybe that's why they're delaying it. Maybe it's going to have a PS5 version and whatever at launch.
But yeah, this delay does seem weirdly timed.
Yeah.
Like it was meant to be out pretty soon, and it's a relatively small scope of time to be delaying it by. Kind of wonder how much. Final Fantasy. How much can you really get done in that time frame when you're announcing the delay now? It seems strange.
Yeah, it's odd because like I was reading a bit about Cyberpunk as well and how it hasn't been delayed, but that's because their like projection for when it was going to get finished was late last year, and so they just said, but we'll say, April 2020 just in case.
Right.
I swear they said 2019 at some point and put it back.
Maybe ages ago.
I feel
maybe it was first revealed, but there'd never been a date.
Yeah.
But they've had the date out there for a little while, haven't they?
This one.
Yeah.
But it's so like.
But anyway, that would have been like a reasonable, 4 or 5 months. It's like, oh yeah, sure, that's plenty of time to do stuff.
I reckon it's cooking the books. I reckon it's got to be a financial year thing. Not cooking the books.
Cooking
it's
the
still
books.
legal.
I mean, they've announced it.
Yeah. What was I going to say?
Just when the game comes out, fire up the paper shredder. The long con is on.
I mean, and shred any record of you ever saying there were going to be multiple parts of that game because they'll never come out.
Yep.
I still maintain that. Release dates are so weird these days anyway. Like,
people get, they flip out over them and all the delays and stuff. I mean, it's that gamer entitlement thing of maybe I want it now. I pre-ordered it and it was going to come out then. But
but then there's the weird things where there are games that are in early access for 2 years before they officially come out. There's fucking Star Citizen and stuff like that that doesn't seem to exist still, but has $700 million of profit.
Yep.
Talk about some fucking book cooking.
Oh, that is just a money maker, scam. It's a whole scam.
Yeah.
But because PUBG, on the early access side of things, I mean, that was the most legitimate one I've seen of it. Of this game is getting figured out. You can play it, and then we're going to release it.
Yeah, and things like Dead Cells, I think, and some of those Kickstarter ones. I don't think any of us have ever really gone into that much. But yeah, so delays and all that. Just do it as much as you want.
Yeah, totally.
It feels like they've become a lot more common in the last couple of years. And I do feel like maybe it's just because I don't lurk on these corners of the internet where people would really be kicking off about it. But the entitlement thing does seem to be dying off a bit.
I agree.
Because it is so common that it's just anything that's big enough you can count on. And it seems like companies are more comfortable having the transparency about it.
Yes.
Like Nintendo announcing about Metroid, it's we've got to start again. It just wasn't turning out very good. So we're just going to go right back to the drawing board. It's cool. I appreciate being kept in the loop rather than just, it's kind of sliding off the schedule and then being what the fuck happened to this game?
Well, and the alternative is you get the half-finished game that gets patched and patched and patched and patched, which I think people are very sick of that. So, to not have to go, okay, well, I have this game now, but I don't want to play it for 6 more fucking months because it's broken. So, yeah, good on them. Delay as much as you want. Delay.
Delay. I think we can all agree stuff being left out of a game only to be patched in later at an inflated price is just beyond the pale. And it's something that we've all had an absolute gutful of.
Completely.
And it's something that's happened so much that a modern company, a company in the year 2020, I don't think would dare to do it anymore. Even the EAs and the
be able to get away with it.
You'd have to be insane.
You'd have to be some kind of freak.
Some kind of fucking moron.
Some kind of absolute game freak to try and pull off a con like that.
Yeah.
There was a Pokemon Direct earlier in the week where they announced DLC for Sword and Shield that is 2 new areas, and they're what are they, $40 for the pack or something like that?
Yeah, it's more of the wild areas. 200 more Pokemon are playable if you trade them into the game, but they're not all catchable, something like that.
Yeah, yes.
Oh, hang on, what? I thought they were all catchable. I think they're all catchable in the area.
If you pay for them?
So if you pay for the DLC, you get that area where you can catch them.
Right.
But if you don't have the DLC, you can still
trade
get
for
them.
it.
But someone who has got the DLC can trade them to you.
Yes.
Right.
So,
or if you had the old versions and you're paying for the subscription Pokemon Bank service thing, you can trade them from your old versions of the game up. I'm pretty sure.
I don't even fucking know what
Okay,
that is. It's so confusing.
The Pokemon Bank thing is a subscription service where you can store your Pokemon.
Oh,
Right.
wow.
Which existed prior to the launch of this. That's existed for years.
Yeah,
This has been a dirty, filthy, rotten game for a long time now.
That's
Yeah.
fucked. I
And
don't
it's
like
getting
that at all.
worse. It's so gross. For them to be like... if they were telling the truth about it not being possible to get these extra Pokemon into the game by launch, then the fact that they've been able to do it within like 2 months means, it was fucking possible then. So even if you were technically telling the truth, but no, motherfuckers, you had them ready to go.
Clearly, yeah.
And you switched that flip off. You know what I mean. You flipped that switch off and
more and more don't understand, and this is across all areas of not just gaming, like people doing things where it's like having no concept of the optics of it.
Yeah.
And it's just
of
like
course.
making this announcement and then like, even if you think you can get away with it or you have your reasons, it's like saying that. I guess the best example, and this is not gaming related at all, is the Prime Minister of our country fucking off to Hawaii on a holiday while the country was burning.
Yes.
It's like, even if you have your reasons, it's like, does no one around that go, this is a PR disaster?
Yeah.
Like, I just don't... It's crazy to just... Is it not caring or not being aware of how it reads to people? It's insane.
In this situation, it's them going, even if some people get angry about it, we'll make enough money for it to not matter.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's a mob guy shooting someone in the head in the street and being like, go on, arrest me.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're not going to do it.
Yeah.
So, and you know what else is fucking crazy? There were like 400 something Pokemon missing from the most recent game.
So
They've added 200.
Yeah,
so they're going to do
yeah.
it again.
Yes. Yeah.
And the thing, like a couple of things that I saw online of people who coming into the defense of it saying that, well, in the past with these iterations of Pokemon, about a year on, they've done a, whatever they call them, Sword Plus or, whatever, and
Yep.
where they kind of have these things in there. So if you look at this as being in place of that, it's actually something that they've always done. So this isn't a new and different thing. But even then, I always thought that was dodgy.
Yeah.
I always thought that was dodgy. That a new
he's
version
killed before.
yeah, a new version coming out a year on that just
Yeah.
had the most minor things to it. And I've never been into Pokemon enough to feel like I had to get it, but there's plenty of franchises where I would feel like, God damn it, I have to fucking go and get this whole new version.
I don't know if you'd see these same people sticking up for Madden or WWE, whatever, or FIFA, the other sort of yearly refresh type games. Who cares? It wasn't a good one. Anyway, so...
Well, you know what I heard today, and this is, I think, just speculation. Actually, well, it might be based in fact. A very similar situation has unfolded with Persona 5 Royal.
Right.
Which is, it's the same philosophy as that previous form of, Pokemon upgraded version.
Yeah.
Apparently, it's not getting great reviews in Japan.
Really?
Apparently, the new content is just tacked on at the end. It's pretty bare bones.
Well, because there are a few months you skip towards the end of the game.
Right.
And it's those ones are in, and then like maybe another character. I can't remember.
I think there's definitely another character.
Yeah.
But, I heard that it's not amazing, or at least not an amazing value proposition.
Well, no, because they have again done this before, and you're right, it is the same problem.
Yeah,
where this could easily be DLC. These games, same as the Dragon Quest 11 stuff.
Yeah,
with the re-release on the Switch.
Yep.
I mean that like you were saying, the people that are defending this move with Pokemon, would they defend EA doing a similar thing or
releasing the same game essentially every year?
And that's true of everything. It's easy. It's something that you're not. I mean, We've talked about this with Pokemon before, and we've all been hyped for Persona 5, what would you call it, remake, upgraded edition coming out. Like, we've all been hyped for it. We've all said we're happy to go in again because we all love the game.
I haven't said
even
that,
though it's.
But I haven't. I've said that it's not a good value proposition.
Right.
And I'd maintain that. And like same as with Link's Awakening last year. I like Zelda. That's a shit ask to make someone pay full price for that game that they made.
Yeah.
Like this stuff, it has to line up with the standards of the industry, and the fact
the
that
standards
DLC
shift constantly is kind of is the problem.
Well, yeah, true, but the idea that you wouldn't shift with them, and that's the problem with this, is that it's not. It's on the same exact console. It's the same game with DLC added, and they're charging again.
Yeah,
a full price. Like it should be a DLC, and it is shitty that it is.
It having to be a new disc is
It's only a great value proposition for someone who hasn't played the game originally,
right,
or doesn't own the game originally.
But it's arguably not, because the better value is to just get a used copy of the original game, especially if the new added-on stuff isn't really up to par with the rest of the game.
Yeah.
It's already 100 hours long.
Yes.
Like, do you need to pay $90 to get a fresh game that's 110 hours long? Or
unfortunately, yes.
Yeah, apparently.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh well, this stuff does tend to level out by people not buying it usually, but then like Link's Awakening sells well, Pokemon sells well, or this DLC will sell well. Maybe Persona 5 won't, and that'll be like a separate area where it starts to shift and they realize they can't do that anymore. But yeah, it's the way it is.
I mean, I feel like
fucking Final Fantasy 7 coming out as one part, I think that's dodgy too. Even if that one is going to be longer and more detailed and stuff, I think that they've sold that to people really cleverly.
Yeah.
By going like, oh yeah, it's reimagined, and this whole first part is we've put so much more effort into it. It's like, yeah, we're doing a remake. That's what you should have been doing.
Right.
And now you've chopped it up into, 1 and then 2 that will never come out.
that you get to make 5 times the amount of money.
Yeah.
That you would have. Yeah.
The idea that people, kind of buy that as an excuse. Like, I get making video games is expensive, and that you can't just say, I should get a million hours for $3, but there's something about making a product that doesn't line up with what other products are doing.
Right, it's purposefully restricted in order to make more money later. Yeah.
And they've been hurt by how indie games have done it very well, where like Shovel Knight or like Hollow Knight and anything with Knight is...
That's the secret. That's the new quality seal.
Yeah. Night Trap, best game.
But you're right, Shovel Knight just brought out new content like a couple of weeks ago.
Free updates.
That if you bought if you bought it a couple of years ago, you just get all that new content. It's just on there ready to go now. Yeah. 2 years after the fact.
And it does seem like...
From a small studio that probably need the money more.
Yeah. Right. And it seems shitty to be like, no, everything should be as cheap as possible and you should have to work really hard on it for ages to make less money. But there's a way to do this same content and make money off of it that isn't as much of a gouge. If this were even an expensive DLC, it would be better than, a full price game release for the Persona 5 thing. And with Pokemon, fuck off. No, you don't get any more money.
That's the problem, is that it's so soon. If it was... Maybe people would be a little more lenient if it was like a year on from it coming out. It's like, oh, you've spent it's 6 months, but it's so soon that they've rolled this. Oh no, wait, when does it actually come out? It is pretty soon, isn't it? It's
pretty soon.
Yeah.
And the fact that they, by putting this out, seem to have contradicted shit they've said.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like, it's the fact that it not only is, a lot of money for something that maybe shouldn't cost that much money. It seems as though it was lied about to get to the point where they could sell it to you.
Yeah.
Which it makes Persona 5 Royal and Link's Awakening and stuff less of a big deal to me, because they're very upfront about like, this is what this is.
Yeah.
Yeah, yes.
But where the best goodwill thing would have been like, hey, free update that's got a couple of 100 new ones in it.
Yeah.
And then down the line, if you want the extra 200 that are left out on top of that, that's going to be $20 for a new area. And I know that's not how commerce and making money works, but I just feel like they, at every step of the way, it's as if they've gone, let's do the worst PR job imaginable. At literally every turn they've made.
Yeah. And it honestly hasn't seemed to matter for most of the existing fans.
No. Someone should give me a house as well. I should get every game, like millions of hours for free, and I should have a house that someone's given to me.
Right.
It's fucked that I haven't been given a house.
Yeah, and you get free food and your garbage people pay you for.
Yeah.
That'd be sick. Yeah.
And it's
2020 goals.
Hollow Knight did that, so...
There was an ad during the week for something that I think we've all been pretty interested in. I know Ben and I are very interested in it. The launch of Super Nintendo World at Universal Studios in, I believe, starting in Osaka.
Right.
And then... Singapore and Los Angeles.
That's a big fucking
believe.
theme park.
Yeah, it's expanding to
Or maybe Orlando. But anyway, in the States.
Yeah.
So they made a little ad for it. They still don't have an exact date. All they've said is that it'll opening before the Olympics.
Yes.
Like, I think pretty close to the Olympics.
When do the Olympics start? July?
July
July?
23rd or 4th or something.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to be in Japan for the start of the Olympics
Right.
for 2 weeks leading up to it. I hope that the Super Nintendo World is open by then.
Sounds like it.
Are you there right? So when do you... So
I leave on like the second day of the Olympics.
Oh, then it definitely will be open when you're there.
Should be,
unless
yeah.
there's like some...
I mean, they're building a theme park, so it could go wrong. If
Yeah.
those
Yeah.
dinosaurs get out,
yeah, that's
you're
true.
going to have a whole bunch of Yoshis everywhere
Yeah, fuck.
eating lawyers.
Well, if and when we get date confirmation, I might have to fucking join you.
Oh, yes.
Because, yeah, I'm so keen on this.
Yeah.
This sounds sick. So
Yeah.
they put an ad out during the week. They did a collaboration with Charlie XCX.
Wild
Where-
collaboration.
Yeah, very weird.
Yeah.
Very weird person to pick.
Yeah.
Is it? She's available. Like, you know.
I guess. I mean, it's not a Japanese person.
No, but she seems like she'd be easy once you got to the 12th person on your Rolodex or whatever.
Yeah.
For some agent to go like, oh, you can have Kesha or Charlie XCX. What do you want?
Sure.
I am a big Charlie XCX fan, so this
Right.
is right in the sweet spot for me. This
Fuck.
little collabby.
Okay.
Did you guys listen to the song?
Yeah.
I watched the
Yeah.
trailer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought it made me completely put off the whole idea. Because they've got those little fucking wristbands and they're using their phones to
I don't love that.
do shit in the park.
Yeah.
It seems like that's the focus of what the park is going to be.
They've said a
running
little...
around getting coins from, look, this coin happens to be just near another merch shop.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It-
they've
nah.
said a little more about that is just that's like a little thing to kind of turn when you're walking around it into a game. But there are going to be like traditional like rides and stuff like that. I
Yeah.
think that's just a little extra. And yeah, I don't mind it. Like, it's not something I'm personally interested in, but if you're a little kid, you know, it kind of makes sense to go, well, we're a video game company. Beyond just having rides of our properties, what's a way that we can make the space kind of feel like people are walking into a game?
Yeah, I've only been to I think one theme park in my life, which was Tokyo Disney
Yep.
Sea, which was amazing, and that experience just gives me faith that they'll do this properly.
Yeah.
Like, I know it's not Disney, and that's the gold standard, but yeah, the way that they do that kind of experience now in theme parks, I'm like, yeah, I want to see it. If that AR thing is like just part of the sort of interface of getting around, sick, because the rides will be awesome.
Yep.
Hopefully.
I loved the song too. I was really into the song.
I thought it was fine.
I really
Yeah.
like Charlie XCX, so I
Yeah,
was just
right.
I was having a fucking great time. They got little Nintendo-y kind of samples in
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
I was right in.
It did like the Mario theme, but like a little bit weirdly off key right
Yeah.
towards the end.
Mm.
She's hanging out with Toad in the clip.
Yeah.
It
Everything
ruled.
looks a bit bad. Like everything looked kind of weirdly CGI'd. I don't know. There was something off about the whole thing.
Did it? Yeah, maybe it wasn't an official Nintendo production.
It definitely looked like this was shopped out and quickly made.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I know nothing about how those rides are going to be.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
weird to make the ad and not have it be not have the point of it be. And here's the date that it's open.
That seems like maybe
True.
it was going to be the point, and they pulled
Yeah,
it.
maybe.
I
Like,
wonder what the public awareness of this even existing is at this point, though. And whether this is like here's an introduction to the concept of a Nintendo theme park.
you know, they probably
Good point,
chucked
yeah.
this in an email to everyone who's bought a ticket to the Olympics.
Maybe.
Like, there's got
Yeah.
this is like because the marketing lineup there would be huge.
Yeah.
Just all Tokyo tourism or all Japan tourism would be like, hey, you can come to a theme park as well.
Well, yeah, that's the weird thing. I just assumed that the Universal Studios was in Tokyo, but when I
Yeah.
was reading today, it's not. It's in Osaka. So
Yeah,
I
right.
guess it does make sense. Like if you want to try and catch people,
What's the
go to
train?
it's not up
like?
against it.
It's a few hours on the bullet train, I think, or
Bullet
maybe
train
less.
takes you like half a day.
Yeah,
to
right.
get.
So you're spending you're in for
It's
at
like
least
getting
a
a
full
flight.
couple of days.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
If
yeah.
you're going to go there.
Yeah.
If you were going to go, what? If you
If you're going to go to this theme park from Tokyo.
Like you wouldn't
yeah.
just nip over in the morning.
No, you have day travel and then
Yeah.
day there and then day back.
Yeah.
And by my calculations, that's a 3-day trip.
Damn.
Yeah.
Con plus
I don't
one.
think the trip is that long though. I swear the
Really?
bullet train is like 3.5 hours or something.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I think every time I've done it, it's been me being hungover, taking most of the day to get to the train station.
Yeah.
Most
sure.
of the day to get to
Yeah.
the Airbnb.
Missing the train you actually bought a ticket for.
Oh,
Yeah.
classic.
Having to go buy another train ticket.
Oh, I did another one the other day.
How?
I went to Sydney to see Vampire Weekend.
Oh yeah.
And I got absolutely blasted on espresso martinis afterwards and then slept through my flight.
Fucking hell.
He's back, baby. 2020.
Oh,
being able to
God.
do it once is like crazy, but
Yeah.
being able to do it once and then the guilt from that not carrying it over to you being so punctual for flights forever.
Hey, I thought I'd set an alarm. I woke up. I
thought I set an alarm. Well, you're free to go.
No, I had set an alarm. The alarm woke me up. I'd only been to bed about 3 hours before.
Yeah.
It's not a guilt thing. It's not a punctuality thing. It's an alcohol problem. I'm sick.
Right,
I have a
okay.
disease.
All right,
No.
that's what we get to make fun of you for.
If you had a real alcohol problem, you'd be there for the flight, but you'd just still be drunk.
Yeah, and you would have lied about it to us.
Exactly.
Yeah, I
You
ended
just
up.
like partying too much, dude.
It's true. I bought a replacement flight, and I'm pretty sure still drunk for all of it.
Yeah, nice.
What a chill, mild band to do that kind of behaviour
Yeah.
for as well.
Yeah.
Absolutely no need. But one of the things we were going to do today, which I guess we should get into now if there's no other news, we're going to do a bit of a quick look at 2020 and the things that we're excited about and that have been, well, just only the things that have been announced so far.
Yeah, we won't touch on things we don't know about yet because they don't.
I was planning to at the end. I
Really?
was going to just like,
Okay.
yeah.
Just spitball. Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
But yeah, there's a bunch of stuff coming out. We got a little list here. We'll go through and a lot of these we have kind of talked about a fair bit already when they were unveiled or when new things have been shown off about them. But yeah, where should we begin? One thing, maybe the first thing of the year that I'm pretty excited for is Ori and the Will of the Wisps on the Xbox and I presume PC. Sequel to Ori and the Blind Forest, which I really enjoyed. Great little Metroidvania, great platformer, beautiful art style. Really looking forward to dipping back into that world again. You guys haven't played the first one, have you?
No.
Still haven't gotten around to it.
Do you think you'll dip in on the sequel?
It depends when it comes out and how much else is going on.
It's on Game Pass, I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure, and it's
Feb
out on
11.
March 11th.
Oh, March 11? I thought
March
it was Feb
11.
11.
Yeah.
Damn. That's in
not
that
great
period of the year
time.
that's really brutal, isn't
Well,
it?
so I've got a few. That is kind of the first big one. Like before that, in English at least, like Kentucky Route Zero comes out.
Oh, yes, that's part 5, I think. Act
It's the
5,
fifth
maybe?
part,
Yeah.
and then there's like console versions that will
Right.
have the whole thing. I've always wanted to play this. People keep raving about it, but I don't like starting unfinished things.
Yeah.
So yeah, that will be a cool one. That's Gen 28.
So I've started that. It's cool. It's very atmospheric, sort of like this sort of Twin Peaks, maybe mystery, maybe, don't really know what's going on.
Maybe a mystery. That is incredibly
Maybe a
mysterious.
mystery.
The ultimate mystery.
There might be a mystery
Maybe
going on
not a
here, but
mystery.
we don't know. We're going to have to dig deeper.
It's very simplistic graphic style, but sort of some things it does with silhouettes and lighting and sound sort of scapes has been really cool so far.
Right.
It's just one of those ones where you just literally have to only play that game and have no distractions.
Sure.
So I got to keep finding time to get into it. But
Because it's been going since 2013, I'm pretty sure. It was like when the first part came out.
Right.
So it's been a long time finished coming. Jesus.
Wow.
Christ. I'm really sick, like I said. Can we turn the aircon on? I'm fucking
Oh, yeah, sure.
dying.
Yeah.
Give me a minute.
Thank you.
The end of it has been a long time coming. Is that what you were trying to say?
Yeah. If you were there from day dot.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. Because it's like it's an indie game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Persona 5 Scramble.
Yeah, right.
Comes out the...
So that's the Dynasty Warriors
yes.
version sort of thing? Yeah.
I'm actually not sure if that's the English and the Japanese versions. There's that VR Iron Man game.
Oh, yeah.
And then after that is Ori and the Will of the Wisp. So it is kind of the first big thing to come out.
Yep.
in a
Yep.
way.
Is this other stuff we've got here, is this in order of when it comes out?
I believe it is alphabetical.
It certainly is.
Oh, you're absolutely right.
Judging I'm looking at the first letter of each word and what order they appear in.
You know what?
It spells a hilarious joke.
I got excited. I thought that might have been an insane coincidence that all of the games coming out this year chronologically and alphabetically in the
that'd be
same
great.
order.
I've got some with release dates here in chronological. Neo 2 comes out.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, sorry, on the 13th of March.
Oh yeah.
I don't think any of us got around to playing that first one.
No, and it's not really my style of game.
Yeah, definitely not.
But-
Because you don't like the good ones, like the great ones of these. So,
Yep.
yeah, I might play it, but maybe I'll play the first one instead.
Yeah, yeah.
Because I think that was free on PS Plus at some point as well.
I think you're right. Yeah, yeah. And it's good. Like people, at least people have rated it pretty highly.
Yeah, I'd like to go in on that at some point.
Yeah.
But then 20th of March, put your
Hands up
dogs
in the air.
And the aircon's on, so there's no excuse.
Get your dogs fed. Put the kids to bed.
Right.
Make sure all your ducks are in a row. Call in to work because you got a new job now.
Yeah.
And it's island maintenance.
Hell
And
yeah.
Animal Crossing is out on the 20th of March.
Fuck.
One
Yes.
other thing I'd like to add to that list.
Yeah.
Call up the girlfriend
Oh, yeah.
and
Yeah.
say goodbye.
That's
Ring,
right.
ring. Hello, girlfriend. Pretend I said the opposite of hello, girlfriend because I'm leaving.
Also, I'm holding a game case up to the phone.
Yeah. Or it might be goodbye Switch because girlfriend wants to play this.
Yeah, ironically
Sure.
enough, this is hello girlfriend.
Yeah.
Around constantly.
Hello, girlfriend. Hello, boyfriend. Here I am at Campo Even. Yeah, Animal Crossing. Hopefully that's a good one.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
So, I mean, even its shitty mobile game that it released a couple of years ago was fine.
Yeah.
Like, it looked great. Like, it has that beautiful, cute interface going on. And that loop of gameplay, it's pretty hard to fuck that up.
Yeah. I've not really gone in hard on one of these since the DS one. So it's been 15 years.
New Leaf?
Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
so-
Wild World.
Oh, right. Oh, New Leaf was 3DS.
Yeah.
Right.
I think I played a fair bit of the 3DS one. It took me ages. It took me about 3 goes. Kind of had it sitting there for ages, and it took a really long time for it to click with me.
Sure.
Oh.
And then I really got into it, and then I feel like maybe I've said this on the show before. My girlfriend at the time got into it and was playing it, and you can have 2 saves.
Oh, yes.
On the same thing, and then and so when I would play, she had her little house in the town somewhere.
Yeah.
And then we split up.
Yeah.
And then I would go back to play it, and it just really annoyed me that her house was and I was trying to work out how to just like fucking bulldoze that bitch's house like it is.
Sell me some gasoline, Tom Nook.
And it just bummed me out way too much, so I never touched it again.
I bought a 3DS for that game. I remember seeing it advertised and being like, oh, this is the game for me.
Yeah.
And I went and bought a 3DS for it and got
Yeah.
like the new Super Mario Brothers coins thing as well. And,
Yep.
fucking loved it. It was all I played, basically.
I am really looking forward to. I feel like this will be fun playing it with a bit of a community around it as well. Because when
Yeah.
I was playing New Leaf, I was playing it kind of apart from my girlfriend in isolation, and I think it'll be fun having the Facebook group of people that listen to this, and just also knowing a lot of people that have a Switch and presumably will get this game because it's a big release.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to it. It looks like they've kind of shifted up the formula a little bit. There's a few new kind of little tweaks and improvements to it.
Island.
Yeah.
You're on an island this time.
Yeah.
And I just love the aesthetic of these
Yeah.
games.
Yeah.
Super cool. So that's March 20?
That is 20th of March, the same day as...
Wait, you must have skipped over Final Fantasy VII Remake. That's March 3rd.
We've already talked about that one.
I refuse to acknowledge it.
We'll come to that in like 4 more games time. Same day as Animal Crossing is Doom Eternal.
Yeah.
Now that I am very excited for.
Same.
Watched the new trailer today. Bit of story going on. Some like aliens from heaven or something.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so into it. I
A
listened
bunch
to...
of fucking cool last Doom music.
Well,
Yeah.
that's what I listened to. I think it's called like the Doom Slayer.
Right.
And it's like a mega mix of songs from the Doom 2016
Cool.
game. And
BFG Division is the best one. It's the best song.
Nice. There's one where it's like it's introducing the Doom guy.
He's Australian, that dude who made the music.
Really?
Mick Gordon.
Oh,
which
sick.
is like the name of an Australian in like an Ace Ventura movie.
Yeah.
So-
Good day. I'm Mick Gordon.
Oh, Mick Gordon, the Australian. Fuck off.
But yeah, fuck, so excited for Doom Eternal.
Yeah. That's a great combo, Animal Crossing and Doom Eternal on the one day.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
You just have a nice little afternoon switching back and forth between the two of them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That game's gonna fucking rule.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. Are you going to get it on your new Flash PC?
Yeah, I guess. Yeah. Anything
worked-
that has like super, super nice graphics, potentially like an FPS, I guess I'll go PC.
It works well with a mouse, that one.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll be good at first-person shooters again.
Damn.
Yeah.
Persona 5 Royal, 31st of March.
Yep.
That's the Japanese release, though. I believe don't know about the Western English version.
Okay.
Interesting.
But we had a little chat about that before. You might remember. Half-Life Alyx is also out sometime in March. They haven't set a day.
So we got to get like what is it called?
I don't know.
You know, the PC VR thing.
There's a few different options.
Yeah.
That you can play this with.
The HTC something.
The Vive
Yeah.
is one of them. You can get an Oculus.
Yeah.
The Valve Index is what it's designed for, but
Yeah,
that
that's
costs
right.
$1,000 US.
Oof.
Right. I think so. There's like an Oculus one that's like new and $600 and is pretty good.
There's a
apparently.
Rift S and there's the Go.
Okay.
Quest.
Quest.
The Quest. That's what I'm
That's the
thinking of.
cheaper one though, right?
They're the same price.
Oh fuck.
The Quest and the Rift S are the same price, but a Rift S you need to plug into a PC for it to work.
Oh.
But it's a little better.
Right.
And the Quest is standalone, but it's not as high quality.
But it's only for the PC, right? So you got to like.
It's not for it. Well, so you can use it with a link cable. So you still need to plug it into your PC.
Right.
For Half-Life Alyx. That won't come out on Oculus Quest. But you can use the Quest as though it were a regular Rift. But as long as you get the cable and your PC is good enough. But then it's got a lower resolution screen, I think is the difference.
Oh, okay.
And
You
it's
can
like a
use
little
that,
heavier.
Yeah, like separate from a PC.
Exactly.
Wow, okay.
So, I'm fucking stoked about this game.
Yep.
And I'm already like getting used to in my head, like the conversation of maybe let's only spend 3 weeks in Europe later in the year. Because maybe this would be...
Fuck.
Great.
Yeah,
I'm doing a Europe holiday.
I'm excited for this, and I'm excited to go in on maybe a VR headset that is a little closer to what I hoped the PSVR would be, because I still could never really get past the resolution of
Rift
that.
S is the one you want to get
Yeah,
there, because
yeah.
you've got a PC that should be able to do it.
Yep.
That I think is the one I'm going to end up getting as well.
Yeah.
Half-Life Alyx, apparently March, but wouldn't be surprised if that gets delayed. 3rd of April, Resident Evil 3.
Yeah. The remake.
The remake. Probably going to be about it as good as 2.
Which a lot of
Go
people
for it.
loved.
Yeah.
2 was
Nominated
good.
for Game of the Year.
Yeah, it's got that free multiplayer thing in it. Good for them.
Yep.
10th of April, Final Fantasy VII Remake, first part, allegedly.
Yeah. I'm excited.
Yeah. I reckon you've talked about Final Fantasy VII before.
Oh, maybe once or twice.
Do you reckon you'll go in on this one, Tom? You started playing the old version, didn't you?
I did, yeah. I'd like to finish that, but I think I'm probably...
You're at the same point where this part ends.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I
Yeah.
would like to go in. This is in the middle of Comedy Festival, so maybe at the end of that.
Sure.
Yeah, no, I do plan to play this.
Yeah.
You might have problems playing that at the end of Comedy Festival, because on the 16th of April, fuck me, that was a big lightning.
That was a big
That was a
lightning.
big
That
boy.
was
That was
a
so
really
big.
big lightning.
Did you get a load of how big that lightning was?
The thunder wasn't very loud.
No.
You saw it and you're not even facing the window.
Yeah.
Crazy thing about light is that it travels quickly. You can see it from anywhere, unless you're from Beetlejuice.
Yes.
Well, same distance. But anyway, so Cyberpunk 2077.
Yes.
16th of April.
Mamma
That,
mia.
I think, is the... that's my most anticipated.
It's the big fucker for sure.
Yep.
I really hope that it's not a misstep for them.
Yeah.
Because it could be. There's nothing to say that this one will be great again. Witcher 3 was fantastic. One of the best games of the decade, as you'd have heard us say a couple of weeks ago. This looks fucking like it should be good.
It should be good. Even if it's like... So, like, The Outer Worlds was a great game, but wasn't a revolutionary game.
No.
It just used a pretty standard formula and had some good writing in it.
Yeah.
I think for me, even if Cyberpunk 2077 is that, I'm okay.
Okay.
Like, if it's a good game, I'm okay, because I love the aesthetic and, all of that shit. It's just exactly what I am into. But I guess we're all hoping that it's the best game of,
It has the potential to be something really, really special.
Yeah.
So hopefully it is. 16th of April, we'll find out.
Yeah.
Or
Yes.
more like the 30th of April or something. We'll have made our minds up about it.
No, I'm going in day one.
Oh,
I
me
might
too.
take a day off work.
But I'm imagining it'll be quite long.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
That is not bad. That's like the Friday and then my comedy, or Thursday, I think. My comedy festival show finishes 3 days later.
Yeah,
So that's
right.
going to be a very nice little come down.
What
little
you
Tommy
won't?
Dassolo.
Do you think you'll be interrupted on the 28th of April by Gears Tactics?
Oh,
Is anyone gonna
fuck.
play
I'd forgotten about Gears fucking Tactics.
I gotta clear the schedule.
We're all going to play Gears Tactics, right? It won't just be me and I won't like it, but I'll finish it.
Look, I mean, I think, again, at worst, this is like an average turn-based strategy
XCOM type
XCOM
thing.
game, yeah.
It'll be on Game Pass too.
Yeah.
This and whatever that earlier one, Ori.
Yeah.
Game Pass games, which goes a long way towards just going like, oh yeah, cool.
That's
whatever.
true. That's true.
Last of Us Part 2 is then 29th of May.
Woo!
Yep.
That's the other big hitter
Yep.
in this first half of the year. Then things get a little foggy after that as to release dates and things. So maybe we'll go back to the alphabetical list.
Yes. What
But,
else have we not touched
Last
on
of Us
yet?
Part 2, I feel like we've talked about a bunch as
Heaps.
well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just getting ourselves clear, lining up all the pins so we can bowl them over later in the year.
That's
right.
right.
Now.
A game that also, I assume, will be on Game Pass is Halo Infinite.
Yes.
Yeah.
That will be. That'll probably be a Series X launch game,
Ooh,
but
yeah,
also
sure.
on Xbox One.
Yes.
That is very much the will I ever give a shit about a Halo game ever again game.
No way, get fucked, fuck off.
Exactly.
This will be the first Halo game I play at launch.
Right.
Yeah.
Hopefully it's a good one. They've got the chance here to do their big reinvention of Halo.
Yes.
And they have to.
Surely, like, this is the new console generation. This is the franchise that defined Xbox as a brand.
4 and 5 were both pretty disappointing. The Master Chief Collection had heaps of problems at launch, but they fixed that since. And I think right now people are on a bit of a back okay books. back in the good books.
Yeah.
So turn the air conditioner up.
if you could.
Maybe you should put the heater on. I don't think that's doing the trick.
I've got the air diffuser going. I got the
Yes.
aircon on. It could not be a more placid environment in here.
I think the one thing I need is for my body to no longer be sick.
Do you want a foot bath?
Can you do that? Sure. Make it even deeper. 1.5 feet. Why not? Halo is like either going to live or die based on Infinite kind of.
Yeah.
And that's kind of exciting either way.
Sure.
Because I'm so ready to let it go if this is not a good one. But I'm ready for them to reinvigorate this series too if they do a good job with this one. So it's that might be the one I'm looking forward to the most this year even.
Right,
Wow.
right.
Because I feel like Cyberpunk, even if it is that great version of what it looks like it's going to be, I kind of get it.
Right.
Last of Us Part 2, I get it.
Yep.
Or, I feel like I do. And I'm going to love both of them, I'm pretty sure. Half-Life Alyx is exciting as well, but it's a VR shooting game. That's a Half-Life game. Kind of get it too. But Halo could be fucking anything.
Sure, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, this could be Halo's version, Microsoft's Breath of the Wild type thing if they really went for it.
Right. Yep.
They could do a crazy... I don't think this is likely.
Yeah.
But they have to be thinking that this is their shot. Let's try and make something fucking amazing.
Yep.
But they won't.
No, and they'll make it into like a Destiny 3 sort of thing. Where
Oh god, that'd be the worst case scenario if it is.
Surely
But
that's what
probably.
Infinite implies.
Yeah. Fuck. Yeah.
Sorry.
Bravely Default 2.
Yeah. I have not played any of the Bravely Default games, but it just looks like it'll be something I like.
This is a restart of it as well, right? Like you don't need to have played the others.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah.
The standalone.
Because
sort
they
of
did have a sequel called Bravely Default Second.
or just Bravely Second.
Or Bravely
I think.
Second? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
Yeah. I'm into the look of this.
Switch is a good RPG place
Yeah.
these days.
Dreams.
Yeah, I think we're all sort of just curious about what they actually...
Well, it's kind of technically out.
Right.
Yeah. It's weird. Like
Yeah, no, you're right. Yeah. But people have been fucking around with beta stuff. Yeah.
So the official release for that is like Valentine's Day or something maybe. I guess I missed that one.
Right.
But
Same day as the Sonic movie.
And the new Tame Impala album.
Yes.
and I'll be interested. That could be like a cool thing to fuck around with because it's Little Big Planet but more in depth.
I mean, so I liked Little Big Planet as a series. I played a couple of them, maybe 2 and 3 or 1 and 2.
Yeah.
But I don't have the time to put into a game like this anymore.
Yeah.
Exactly. If I was 14, this would be dope.
If
or
I-
like 12.
Yeah. Or even like 20. I had enough spare time.
Sure.
But this might be one I go, I appreciate what you're doing, but it's not for me.
Yeah.
Same as Mario Maker 2 where I love it, but I just never end up going back to it as much as I would.
Yeah.
Because that glut of content and the risk that it's not going to be great is now filled by easily being able to get actual games.
Yeah.
Dying Light 2.
Yeah, I really liked the first game. It's this fun parkour zombie game running around the rooftops and shit. And I mean, it was tense. It was good. It was sort of like what Dead Island wanted to be. I'm a little over zombies, but I guess I just have to get back into them this coming year.
Yeah.
So I'm excited to see what this could be like.
Oh yeah, I feel like everyone's a bit zombied out, but ready to make a big exception for Last of Us Part 2. So it's already a tough ask to get people into a zombie game, let alone in this year.
Yeah.
Up against that.
I don't know if you actually noticed this from the first game, Tommy, but it was making the point that the humans are the real monsters. Fuck. That machine just beeped at me. Tommy's diffuser machine beeped at me as I said humans are monsters, as though to assert itself.
Yeah, the robots are taking over.
It didn't beep at you.
It beeped at me.
That's so narcissistic.
No.
It beeped near me. It was at me.
If something beeps in the middle of a sentence, that is at you.
Yeah, you were talking.
Dying Light 2 is the one where they're doing all the fucking crazy... or they're saying they're going to do the huge, different divergent paths that the world can go down and da-da-da.
Yeah.
I am very interested in Ghost of Tsushima. Feel like we've been waiting for this one for a little while. Into the aesthetic, into this fact that it's stealth.
Yes.
Sekiro looks like it's not really my speed. This
Too
looks
hard. like
similar aesthetic and different vibe, which I'm very into.
I echo all of those sentiments.
I'm meh on it for some reason. Just like I don't really see what it is. I think it'll be like a generic action game from what they've sort of shown.
Hey, it's my favorite kind of game.
Sure. I don't know.
System Shock.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So is that the remake? I think
Yes.
that's the remake.
Yeah.
Cool.
Is.
That's fine.
Yeah.
I want to see what's happening with that System Shock 3 they said they were going to make.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
But yeah, this is that remake, put it together from new assets sort of situation.
Yeah.
Which I don't know that I ever played the original all the way through or anything. I think I played it as shareware and got scared by it as a child. So I'm keen to play this.
You'll get more scared by this one. It'll have HD scares.
Oh yeah, shit.
4K scares.
Vampire Bloodlines 2.
Yes.
Fucking hope that's good, but I don't know.
Yeah. I loved the original.
First one was great.
From when? 15 years ago?
2004, I want to say.
Crumbs. That is 15. That's 14, 16.
16 years ago. Somewhere between 12 and 20 years ago.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Hey, Adam.
Yeah.
When it comes to Vampire Bloodlines, you should be positive.
Be positive. I get it.
Good.
I get it. You should get AIDS. Get it? Blood disease. Get it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I hope that this one has like the same. But that first one of these was like the writing and stuff, and it was so good. I don't know. I can't see it happening twice for some reason.
Right. The amount of effort and care and stuff that would have gone into it then.
Yeah.
Feels like maybe that stuff the corners get cut a little these days.
Who knows?
I don't know,
feel like I remember them saying they had some of the same writers or something, but I just don't trust that one for some reason. Because it seems like a Shenmue 3 or whatever, where it's like, there's no way that this comes out and it's how you remember feeling at the time.
Right.
Yeah. I think that's reasonable.
That's always a good line. Some of the same writers. It's like, those guys could have been coasting in the room for the first one.
There's always people coasting in the room.
There's always people coasting.
Yeah.
Watch Dogs Legion.
I'm super, super excited
You're a big
for this.
Watch Dogs fan.
That one got delayed too, hey? That was
think so.
originally going to be March as well. And then, because Ubisoft was like, what game was it? Fucking Ghost Recon sucked so much that they were like, everything's getting pushed back. We're rethinking some stuff.
Yep.
So that'll probably be September or something, right?
Yeah.
I think that's what they said.
But Watch Dogs 2 was like fantastic. It was like another GTA game.
Right.
It was like GTA San Francisco, basically.
Yeah.
It was really, really fun, really slick, well done, good gameplay, heaps of like character customization stuff. Yeah, I'm into this.
Cool.
I hope it's good.
That stuff they were saying of like all the characters can die and you can get replaced by anybody walking around. They're all simulated in this London.
Yeah.
Is a cool idea. I
Yeah.
hope that works out in a fun way.
Yeah.
What if instead of calling it Watch Dogs 3, they called it Must Watch Dogs?
What if?
What
Yeah,
if?
what if?
they
What
did
would the
that?
world be like?
Yeah, what would the world
Must
be like?
Watch Dogs. Would people
Yeah.
think it was a rom-com?
Yeah, they might do.
Yeah. Is that...
But maybe it'd just be like its quirky sense of humor. It was like, what?
Yeah.
Blah, blah, blah,
I think
blah,
I
blah.
like it less then.
Like my one. No, I was being quirky then. I'm
I
going to
think I'd
die
be
unless
into
we
it.
stop recording.
Yakuza Like a Dragon.
Yeah, so this is a new Yakuza game, but...
Yakuza like a dragon. I barely know her like a dragon.
Thank you very much. He's back.
Yeah.
He's back from the
The
dead.
germs are gone. Or they're worse than ever.
It's almost like that joke is the fountain of youth, where it's just completely revitalized him.
Oh, I'm
No,
back.
This is that final moment of clarity before he dies.
Right,
Yeah.
yes,
Whoa.
yes. Whoa, that was a fucking big one.
There's-
We might all die.
Speaking of before he dies,
Yeah.
Fucking wild ass lightning out there.
this is a great pod. Just three men sitting around commentating a thunderstorm. This rocks.
Like how many lightning strikes you guys think you've seen in your entire life?
Honestly, probably like 4
Okay.
in total.
I mean, you often
strikes?
you often do miss the actual strike.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I reckon maybe 13 to 20.
That's fucking heaps.
Well, I
Are you a fucking storm chaser? There's no way you have seen 20 actual lightning strikes.
Like, woo.
There is no way you've seen 20
In
forks.
32 years,
Yeah. That's like 1 a year past 12.
I think that's pretty reasonable.
Nah,
Yeah,
that's crazy.
well, I
There's
look
not
at
even.
them.
I don't think I even acknowledge a lightning storm once a year.
Well, I love storms.
Yeah, must
guys-
love storms. What if it was called that?
Do you guys want to stay here after we record tonight? I'm scared.
Yakuza Like a Dragon. It's a Yakuza game, but it's turn-based RPG combat
Oh yeah.
rather than beat 'em up style, which is
Being
Cool.
pretty silly. That's out in Japan. I'm pretty sure by the time this is being
right.
released.
Must be nice
Good for you,
to
Japan.
live in Japan.
You get the Mario fucking roller coaster,
Yeah.
and you get Yakuza 7,
Yeah.
That's
slightly before us.
That'd be sick if you go to Super Nintendo World. It's like, we're both over there for like the grand opening at great cost, and then it's like the ride is just like the fucking Mad Mouse from Luna Park, but with like Mario's head on the front of the car.
That's what I kind of picture: is little plastic Goombas on a log flume.
right.
It'll be like a Disney thing. It'll be
Yeah.
a huge budget.
It'll be
fucking
sick
sick.
product. Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, that's it. That's all the games we got on the list for our. look
that's
ahead
all
of
the games that are
2020.
coming out this year.
Yep.
Just a little teaser taster because it's the start of the year.
Yeah.
Just let you know what we've got on the horizon. Maybe I'll be dead by next week. I feel terrible, but hopefully not.
Yeah,
Because I want to play all of these games.
Yeah, hopefully the world doesn't end before.
I got to say though, for the last year of a life cycle of a couple of consoles, there's some big boys in there.
there's some
Yeah.
bangers. There's some heavy hitters.
2013 was all right too. The PS3
right.
360 ending thing.
Was that GTA 5 came out?
Yeah,
and did
that
Last of Us 1 came out?
Us,
Yeah, okay,
like
right.
Bioshock Infinite and stuff. There's
Yeah, right.
You get a little kick at the end of a
Last
generation.
gasp.
Yeah.
Well, that'll just about do us for this week, folks. Thanks very much for joining us. Filthycasuals.com.au is where you can find links to our social media stuff. You can also find the links to the Patreon. You can get a bonus episode of this every week. Thank you to everyone who supports us on that.
On the fire stuff again as well. I don't think we mentioned. If anyone has been affected by that, all the best to you. Good luck.
Yeah.
Hope everything's going all right.
Check out our Until Dawn Let's Play
Yeah.
on the YouTube channel. A lot of great feedback on that.
People who are watching it are loving it.
Yep. So get on board. There's heaps of episodes up there now for you to bloody binge on.
Yeah.
Everyone go watch it.
Yeah.
Yep. Thanks for listening. We'll see you next week. And as we say here at the end of every episode of Filthy Casuals,
I'm in dire need of medicine.